one mouthful of sky.
Morning, Pawan.
Morning, Prithvi. What was the name of your brother's PA? The one who was spying on him for you?
Krishna. Why?
He's dead.
What is this shit? Suicide?
Yes. Swami here. Yes, I'll speak.
All this publicity is not good.
Sir, the press is one thing we have no control over.
Is it all under control?
Oh, yes, sir. Open and shut. No controversy at all, sir. Thanks to that letter, suicide is the best method, sir.
So he jumps out of Piyush's cabin window. That's 12 floors down, Pawan.
He's even left an elaborate suicide note to explain all that.
I've been under severe mental tension for several months owing to my personal reasons and problems with my marriage. I admit I have provided false information about the company's Chembur plant and other matters. I did this because I wanted to blame something or somebody for my problems. Now I'm very sorry for all the bad publicity I've caused the BMR group and my MD, Piyush Raheja. And I've decided to end my own life. It is the only permanent way to solve my problems. I take full responsibility. This is the biggest load of bull I have ever read.
Yes, it is a little lucid for a suicide note.
Suicide, Pawan. This is murder, pure and simple.
You think Piyush killed him?
Oh God, Ranade to do it.
That's if Piyush has hired Ranade.
What do you mean if?
We can't be sure.
Look, I told you I went to see him the day before yesterday.
But all he did was deny it.
Okay, how about this? Krishna was recording his telephone conversations over the last couple of days and at the same time keeping track of all his movements. And now, bang, Krishna's dead.
A little melodramatic, don't you think?
But it worked, Pawan. He's not going to leak any more info to me, my father, or anybody else.
Yes, but what if it's true?
What?
Yes, what if Krishna was truly mentally disturbed and began to fabricate stories about Piyush, Ashok Mathur, Ranade? He wouldn't be the first secretary to resent his employer's bossiness. Besides, it would explain everything.
It would explain absolutely nothing.
No? If Krishna was fabricating lies, then Piyush is totally in the clear. We were barking up the wrong tree, that means.
I don't buy that.
You have to admit, your theory is pretty difficult to swallow.
It's not a theory, goddammit. Piyush is involved with this Mathur character. He's doing his dirty work for him in exchange for some favors either now or when he's elected.
If he gets elected. I still have some faith in Indian democracy.
Look, you can believe what you want. Yesterday you believed Ranade was hired by me to kill you guys.
Either way, there are two scenarios. One, that everything Krishna said was a tissue of lies, which means we are back where we started. The second scenario is that everything Krishna said was the truth, in which case, with his death, we've lost our last chance of getting to the bottom of this. Either which way, I'm off.
And where do you think you're going?
To the Canadian consulate.
To get your visa stamp.
Yes, and my passport back.
You're going to ask them to pressurize the police to return your passport.
Yes, and I will personally speak to ACP Swami if need be.
Is that all you care about? Going back to Toronto?
What else is there to think about?
What about this entire mess we're all involved in?
Prithvi, we've been in this mess for 13 years.
All right, go ahead. Walk. Run if you have to.
Actually, fly was what I had in mind.
What are you doing about your internal problem?
I'll handle it, sir.
Do it quickly.
Yes, sir.
But as long as this person has made the connection between the past and the present, it is better to keep things quiet for some time.
Quiet, sir?
No arrest just now. No more publicity.
Yes, sir.
Let our friends have a little break. Let them believe they're free of tension. For the moment.
You don't want me to pursue them, sir? Make an arrest or something like that?
This Firangi wild card has changed everything. He must be taken out of the game.
Sir, it is not my area, sir.
If something goes wrong there, then it will become your area. Will it not?
Of course, sir.
So make sure that nothing goes wrong.
Sir, I'll speak to our business associate in this matter.
And keep your dog on a tight leash. He should not stray into areas which are not his concern.
Sir, I did not expect this man, this Mr. Menezes of ours to be so enterprising. You know, in fact, I never knew that he would learn so much.
Now you learn from him.
Yes, sir. Send Menezes in.
Send for me, sir?
Ah, Menezes. I have given some thought to your request.
About reopening the case?
Yes. The Jonathan Parker case.
So I do have your permission after all.
No.
Sir?
Menezes, I see no justification in you reopening a case which has been closed without any controversy so many years ago.
But sir, there is a connection between Jonathan Parker and David Parker.
His brother's death upset him. He indulged in this wild prank at the hospital. He meant no real harm and caused no real harm.
But sir, what about the injection in Akash Bhandarkar's IV drip?
Ranade did that, Menezes.
Sir, Ranade was in Dr. Mehta's room at that time.
He did it first before he went upstairs.
But sir, I don't think we should forget. David Parker was arrested in Akash Bhandarkar's room.
You think I don't know that? It was I who made the arrest.
What about the matron statement?
Just hearsay.
But sir...
Menezes, I have some other job for you. Relax.
But sir, what about Ranade? We've been trying to track him down.
Who asked you to do that?
Well, I was merely following usual procedure.
You're not supposed to make such decisions by yourself, Menezes.
I don't understand.
I've got this case of the Bombay University certificate duplication with me. Look up on this.
But surely, sir, this doesn't fall under our jurisdiction.
It is a criminal case. I want you to take it up.
But sir...
Double up on it.
All right, sir.
Off you go.
The matter is quite clearly settled, Inspector. Krishna was a mentally troubled man. He jumped out of the window, committed suicide. That's all I can tell you. If you would excuse me now, I have some business to attend to. Thanks for your services. Thank you.
Yes, sir. How could you do it, Piyush? What kind of monster are you turning into?
Inspector!
You think anybody will believe that rubbish in the papers?
Inspector, this man has entered my office without any authority. He has threatened me in the past. And let me tell you one thing, that he is capable of being violent.
I'm Prithvi Raheja, Executive Director of this company. This man is my brother, although I hate to admit it.
I have filed criminal charges against this man, and the court has issued a restraining notice, preventing him from entering my premises, but he is still here.
What are you talking about, Piyush?
I'm talking about embezzlement, little brother. It's been found out.
What embezzlement?
You have been siphoning company funds into your personal account, Prithvi, and it's been happening for a period of 15 months now, and we all know about it.
What sums are these?
What sums are these? Have a look. 14th of Jan, rupees 10 lakhs only. 7th of March, rupees 25 lakhs only. Do these figures ring a bell to you, little brother?
I didn't transfer these sums. I get it. You transferred these sums into my account, somehow backdating the transfers to make it look like I did it.
Save it for the court, Prithvi.
You are trying to frame me. Oh, I get it. This is a ploy to make me sell my shares to you, right?
Inspector, this man is still standing in my office. I thought I told you to get him out of here. Now!
Come with me, sir. All right. I'm going. You know, Piyush, until yesterday, I almost believed you had nothing to do with this entire mess. But by killing Krishna and pulling this entire stunt, you have given me all the proof I need, big brother. Thanks a lot.
ACP Swami?
Ah, Mr. Pawan Sarkar. Come right in. Take a seat.
Thank you.
Tell me, what can I do for you?
Well, ACP, actually, I'd come here as a follow-up to our meeting 2 days ago.
Yes.
I was...
You have some remarkable courtroom manners, shall we say? You must be a very fine trial lawyer, Mr. Pawan Sarkar.
Well, thank you. But ACP, what I really wanted to talk about was...
Yes. A very fine trial lawyer indeed. Why don't you practice in India?
I have an established practice in Toronto. Besides, the climate suits me better.
Political or geographical? No, you didn't answer that question, Mr. Pawan Sarkar. The only reason I asked this is because we could use a very fine barrister like you in our public prosecutor's office over here, you know.
Actually, well, thank you, but I'm quite comfortable where I am. If I might just go back
Canada's gain is India's loss. What else can I say?
Thank you, ACP. If I can just go back to the conversation we had on Monday. I if you recall me saying, you cannot retain our passports any longer, unless, of course, you decide to start a legal case against us, in which case it would be necessary for you to do so.
You lawyers and your legal talk.
The point I'm making is either you file charges against us or you release our passports immediately. I have with me a letter from the Canadian High Commission in New Delhi, and they seem to agree with me. Being a naturalized Canadian citizen...
And a very prominent and aggressive criminal lawyer.
The Canadian authorities are in agreement with me, as I said. They've even agreed to send their lawyers, who will move the court to get my passport back. Unless you've filed certain specific criminal charges against me. Have you?
First of all, will you have tea or coffee, Mr. Pawan?
Oh, nothing. Thank you.
That's bad. Go chai lao. Where were we? Yes. Am I filing charges against you? I have some good news for you, Mr. Pawan. Some very good news. You know, we are not filing any criminal charges against you or your friends.
I see.
Of course, if some new evidence were to come to light,
Naturally,
then we might have to review the matter. In which case, Mr. Pawan, you know, I might bother you to make another trip to India once again.
Yes, of course, I understand.
But as of now, there is no reason for us to detain you here.
I must confess that's quite a relief, ACP Swami. You know, my partners in Toronto were a little upset that I hadn't returned on time.
You know, Mr. Pawan Sarkar, we are here to serve the public. In fact, honest, upright civilians such as yourself. Here are the passports.
Thank you. So this means that I can return to Canada any day?
On the next flight out, if you please.
Thank you, S.P. Swami. It's been a pleasure meeting you. This letter...
No, you wouldn't be requiring it. Won't you agree?
Yes, well, of course. I'll take your leave, S.P. Swami.
And do consider the offer I made to you about joining our public prosecutor's office over here. In fact, I could speak to the Attorney General here. If you're interested in this,
I think not, but thank you anyway. Bye-bye.
By the way, Mr. Pawan Sarkar, the other night when Inspector Menezes came into Mr. Prithvi's apartment, you were there, weren't you?
Yes.
I believe he found some evidence over there which he mistook to be one of the evidences of our case. Is this by any chance your property?
Yes.
What took you so long?
Look, I have other work to do, Ashok. I'm not here to attend your calls.
No names, Piyush.
Don't worry. No one's recording this conversation. I've already made sure of that.
Have you destroyed the tapes? Piyush,
Yes, I have.
are you sure?
Yes? Sure.
All right.
Is that why you called?
No. Our friends have been given a little grace. That is, of course, until the media pressure is gone.
I see.
So you can call our friend off for the moment.
Oh, no. He's gone. After the job he did last night, I'm not going to get in touch with him for a while. He's too dangerous, Ashok.
It had to be done.
Yeah, so it is.
Are you having second thoughts?
Can I afford to?
Don't play games with me, Piyush.
Okay, I'm not having second thoughts, but look, as long as you stick to your end of the bargain.
I gave you my word. Your brother will not be touched.
Yeah, I know. That's why I hired a professional killer myself. So that he knew his brief clearly.
Then why are you worried?
Look, I didn't know that this element would be a part of the bargain, okay? This.
No names. I know whom you mean.
Well, he's been calling our 5 friends and sending them photographs with a certain word behind them.
What is the word?
Confess.
He must be stopped.
Okay, look. Okay, I'll arrange for it, but I'll tell you what, this is the last time. I'm not doing anything like that again. I'm really gotten too deep, Ashok.
It's too late to get out of the water now. You're in for good.
I don't believe I've ever seen this before in my life.
Strangely, there is an interesting resemblance between this man here and David Parker. There seemed no point in me keeping it with me. I think Meneses took it up from somewhere and confused it as evidence for the case. You know, Mr. Pawan, I do not want some stranger's photograph lying in my drawer. But those eyes of that man, haunting, weren't they? You know, you said earlier that the climate of Canada suits you better than that of India. I agree with you. Ah, chai, le aao andar. Here comes tea, Mr. Pawan. Won't you bother to have a tea with me?
No. Thank you.
Going somewhere? I wouldn't do that if I were you. Could be dangerous.